G'day, hi, and welcome. Okay, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to have to start doing some nature walking. But just to let you guys know, check out my Viking axes. Forgot about this. Okay, I got to do a metal run. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but it was calling for freezing rain yesterday. Today would have been perfect, but my buddy wasn't able to. I'm going back to the same shop I got these in, the Viking axes. I want to bring those in. I'll just put them at my window. I threw in wood today. I did all kinds of stuff today. Here's a little bit messy, but don't. Yeah. Who cares? Who cares, right? Get fresh air, get vitamin D and all that stuff. But just so you guys know, I got working saws. I got working saws. In my last video, I had my chainsaws there. Yeah, the other one, it fired up there. It was, woo! There was no gas left in them. I guess I should take that wood out of my truck, but yeah, meh. I got working saws. I got working saws. That's kind of rare. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, yeah, so that's the next project is the bike, guys. Hopefully I can get that one going. It's nice when you get time to work on stuff. I was supposed to get this over to the other shed, but see, I cleaned out a lot of metal in here, eh? But yeah, that's the next one. That's the next one. Just getting things done, right? Just getting things done. Yeah, so I got both chainsaws working, which is really that, and it runs nice too. My dad said, yeah, he said it was running a minute when he got it going. So basically, both saws were out of gas, mixed gas, of course. And what happened was, when you put the gas in, you got to prime the carb a bit. So you pull it, it floods a little bit, and then you just walk away from it for about 10 minutes, and you go back. And I think I did 4, maybe 5 pulls, and it sputtered, and then another 2 or 3 pulls, and away it went, and it ran just tickety-boo. So got stuff in here to get all these tires and wheels. And yeah, I got my rims in there, so there's those big saws. So yeah, I'm going to be doing another metal run hopefully next week. Cha-ching! There's Buck, my uncle's truck. The wood pile's almost all in. I can only get so much in. I got about 2.5 cord left to bring in. You got to watch out because there's a lot of dog landmines around here. But yeah, if the weather stays like this, I'd definitely be outside working on a truck in this weather. No flies, I'll take it. A little bit wet, but I'll take it. There we go. How you doing, Buck? All right. So for those of you who don't know, this was my uncle who passed away over the summer there. This was his truck, and I've got it now. Is it going to stay? Nope. Yeah, so I got a lot of working to do. So I should have grabbed the stick or something, but I got one coil in there just to get it over here. Again, driving this thing in reverse was quite the thing. You can see it's in pretty good shape for its age. Okay, so the rough running, here's what I think is going on. And you guys will follow this. This is going to be like a 5-year journey, guys. It's going to be a long time to get this truck to where I want it. But my goal is just to get it running next year so I can drive it in the summer. I got to get more fresh gas in there to run it up. Getting underneath this thing and cleaning it up is going to be... Basically, the truck needs to be stripped right down to the bare everything. But I'm going to get it cleaned up. I've already got it plated. Well, park plate, but it doesn't need a safety or anything, so that's good. I will have to replace that windshield at some point. There's a crack in it somewhere. I think right in the center there. So I don't know if it's... depending on where the crack is, depending on whether you're allowed to get away with it. But anyway, so the rough running. Here's what the 5.4 liter engines. We're going to have some nice discussions on this thing. Some people love them. Some people hate them. It's a bit of a mixed bag. See, I'm good for time. But basically, what most mechanics hate about this is... to get to the plugs, the fuel rail, you can see that kind of sort of chromed rusty thing there. That's the fuel rail. That can be cleaned, so that's not bad. Injectors, all that stuff. You can see like all the corrosion on here just from sitting. Basically, you have to remove all that stuff to get at the plugs, the coils, and everything like that. That's one of the big... There's like, you can pour a glass of water in there and it'll take 15 minutes to hit the ground. You know what I mean? Like, that's a pretty big... it's a stroker engine is what it is. It's the 4.6, the same as my other truck. Right over there, Freddy. the big red road beast. It's the same as that, except for it's got longer stroke on it. I forget what the difference is, but you can go look at all that stuff. But these things are notorious for the back coil going, which gives you rough running, which would explain a lot. And they're also notorious for the vacuum lines leaking, and that also creates a lot of stuff. The other thing I'm thinking, or I'm hoping all of it is just a really dirty throttle body. You dirty throttle body. So I got to clean all of that. But to get to all that, the throttle body's right there. You can almost sort of see it. But to get to it, you got to take, it's mostly 10mm bolts. So as long as you, the 10mm socket demons don't steal your sockets, you can get it done. But if they do. But I bought already some, again, I got this truck for $400. My dad's probably spent about $100 for coils and plugs. Nice thing is parts for these things are actually not too bad. It's not like a BMW or something like that. I think I see IACV valve way back there. So I'm going to clean all that stuff. There's the air intake sensor, wherever that is. I got the stuff. I got throttle body cleaner, and I got air intake sensor cleaner. I haven't run this truck since I've parked it here, but I'm probably, after I do the little job next week, I'm going to put another 10 bucks of gas. I'd like to keep this truck running throughout the winter, just so it's easier to start in the spring. But what ends up happening is getting the vehicle started and running just gets you to the first problem of figuring out now what's wrong with it. You know, screen's getting a little, sorry about that. My screen was getting a little dirty there. Playing with chainsaws today. Oh, I gotta put that back on. Yeah, I have hopes for this big gigantic 5.4 liter engine, and this truck has a skid plate on it. It's got a couple of skid plates on it. It's the off-road version, right? So I don't know what the weight of the truck would be. I know that one's 4,300 pounds, 2,300 kilograms, which double that up is about 4,600 pounds, 4,300 pounds, whatever it is. It's not an exact conversion, but you get the idea. It's in that range. I can imagine this truck is probably pretty close because the engine would be heavier just because it's bigger. It's just bigger, you know, probably slightly heavier crank. But it is the same modular engine. The biggest problem with the 5.4 liters, well, I'll make another video on that in a second. But I just wanted to show you where I'm at. I haven't started anything yet because that's where I'm at. Like I say, the motorbike is next. And this, I'll start picking away at it. Like, I'll get it running, let it run for a bit throughout the winter. And then I'll start probably pulling things off, getting it, like, again, there's no rush to get this truck back on the road. I have a year to put the full insurance on it to keep the plate active. Other than that, you know, but it definitely needs brakes. I know that much because right now it currently, we'll say it has none. But yeah, anyway, the common problems with the 5.4 liter Triton engine. Well, we'll get into that in the next video. There we go.